Shalom, brothers and sisters. Your brother Yazariela from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And before I start, I want to give all praise and honor to Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahweh Shai, Barakatham, Rakakatash. That Yahweh, meaning the name of the Lord, not Jehovah, or God, or Yah, or Ahaya. It's Yahweh, the creator of all, the Ancient of Days. Bahasham is in the name of, and Yahweh Shai is the one you guys call Jesus or the Christ, figuratively speaking. And we give double honor to elders in GMS where we learn this truth. Shalom to the apostles, the bishops, and to the men down on the highways and byways giving the 100% truth. Shalom to you. This is your brother Yazriela from the Northern Kingdom, bringing some edification for you Negro, Latino, and Indigenous who are the biblical Israelites. And again, the date today, April 13th of 2025, our hopeful year of salvation and the destruction of the nation of Edom. Be aware, brothers and sisters, judgment of the Lord is out. If you don't know, judgment of the Lord is coming first to the house of Israel. And we are seeing this everywhere you go, on the news, social media. These are not just circumstances. These are not just accidents. This is the hand of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai at hand. If you have a spiritual eye that you could see, then you are seeing. And what we're about to see is the event that just happened in the Dominican Republic. They had a whole event center. They were having a merengue party with Ruby Perez, which is a big-time merengue, salsa, bachata concert goer. You know, he's a singer, but he sells out very, very quick. And this was supposed to be like a elite place, kind of a VIP area, because even the governor of Dominican Republic, she was there and she's dead. A lot of baseball players, 2 Major League Baseball players, were put to death as well. I'm just gonna this is in Spanish, so I'm gonna translate a little bit and give the sense, because the brother from the Dominican Republic, I'm gonna put his channel on the link. He mentioned it, so I wasn't aware of it, and he said about this. He saw this. This is from the island, and he mentioned it when I was watching his camp video, and I started looking it out, and I found it. At first video, I found it. So it's not the best video. I cut it and put it on my Spanish channel, which is a link is in my channel on YouTube there. So I just edited the best part because for some reason their signal wasn't great, and it was kind of looked like they were having some kind of feed problem. But the good part where we're about to see, there's no problems. I already edited, cut it just to the point. And I labeled this in my Spanish channel, un milagro, which translates to a miracle. And this is basically the reporter who's interviewing this woman who survived the judgment of the Lord. Okay, the roof came in and into this amphitheater, and all these people died. 200 some people died, and you know, and those are just general numbers because, you know, Jake don't be taking if there's 500 people capacity, he's selling 1,000 tickets. You know, they don't care; they want to make the money. So this is a testimony of this woman, and we're gonna go into all this and get the sense. Okay, brothers and sisters. So with no further ado, we're going to start this video. Again, it is in Spanish, and I'm going to stop it and give you the sense.
Entonces, a la persona que andaba, una de las personas que andaba conmigo, yo andaba con mi hijo más pequeño, que es francés, que estoy pendiente de su pasado.
So, I know her Spanish is very fast. This is how they speak in the islands. It's kind of tricky. She's saying that she was there with her son at the club, at this concert, not the club, the concert. And let me Salakia brothers, because there's a part of the video I cut out because you really couldn't hear. It was cutting in and out for some reason. Their signal was out. So she goes to this event with her son and somebody else. She has VIP tickets. So she's like, I always get VIP, and I sit at the closest to the concert. He said, this time I got seated. It's in VIP, but I didn't get to sit right next to the concert. He said, but I wasn't sweating it. I was fine with it, right? So the table wasn't usually close. That's what she's saying. Usually I get right next to the stage. I can see them. But this time, for whatever reason, they sat me away from the stage, which was still at VIP, but I was cool with it, right? They sit down. They order some drinks. I think she said she danced one time. She got back, and she noticed, like, dirt come from the ceiling. So she asked one of the people, hey, was there an earthquake? And they're like, what do you mean? She's like, there's dirt that fell from the ceiling. And they said, oh, don't worry about it, girl. God is with us. That's what they said, okay? She goes on, she dances another song, goes to the restroom, comes back, right? And this is where she's speaking that she's with her son and this other person at this table, okay? So we're going to continue on this.
Que está dentro todavía, no sé, él debe viajar el miércoles mañana, sí, y cuando nos íbamos a sentar le cayó algo, entonces en ese instante nosotros dijimos,
So again, when they went back to the table, something fell on her son, like, a piece of the ceiling, something, right? So remember, something already had happened as soon as they came to the table. They had dust, particles, something from the ceiling was giving way. And they said, no, don't worry about it. God is with us. That's what the event people or the waiters or whatever she asked. But this happened again. This is this woman with her son and somebody else at the table for the second time getting this debris on their drinks. And what'd she say? Let's go. Vámonos, vámonos. All right? So she had the foresight, or the Lord gave her the spirit to go, there ain't something right here. We got to go. Okay?
Había como un repelpero, es donde en el otro video que sale, que está grabado, dice, mira, hay como un pleito ahí, no era pleito. Entonces en ese mismo instante cayó una piedra.
So there's another video going around, and they see a lot of people, like, they massed together, and they were saying, oh, there was a fight. He said, no, as soon as we left, this is what she's saying, as soon as we left, a big piece of stone fell on the table we were on. And people kind of like surrounded it, like, hey, what's going on? The music is loud. Obviously, you didn't hear it. They turn around to look at this stone, with the ceiling falling, and they thought it was a fight in the video. But she said, no, that's the table I was sitting on with my son and my friend, and the stone fell on that. This is what she's saying, okay?
La mesa donde nosotros estábamos y nosotros salimos. En el instante que yo salí,
and they got out, okay?
En ese mismo instante salimos como pudimos. Mi hijo se iba a devolver a buscar su saco.
Her son was about to go back inside because he left his fanny pack or something like that. You know how they got the new trend with Jake got the money and the satchel little across the chest, or the fanny pack across the chest now, not just how it used to be on the waist. I guess he's, has his passport in there, and he left it at the table, and he was about to go back in. This is what she's saying, okay? They were already outside the club, and this is what she said.
Y cuando él se iba a devolver, un señor lo empujó. Y el señor le dijo, muchacho, ¿para dónde tú vas? Lo empujó duro.
So when this young man, this individual, her son, is about to go back in, saying, yo, I forgot my passport. It's all in there in my bag, I will go back in. A man in front of him pushes him hard. He said, where you going? Right? In that kind of term, right? He said, young man, where you going? Right? And hard. He pushed him hard. Look.
Cuando mi hijo salió, los escombros le cayeron al otro señor. El impacto.
And when that man pushed him away, said, "Where you, young man? Or yo, where you going?" He said that the roof and everything fell on that man, just like that. That's when it all went to hell. Okay, so for whatever happened, the Spirit of the Lord put it on this woman, the angel, to get the hell out of there. She gets out. The son is about to go back in to go get his belongings. Somebody pushes him and said, "Where are you going?" And the ceiling fell on that individual.
Tan fuerte como si hubiera sido un tsunami o un temblor de tierra increíble. Fue algo.
So when it all came down, she said it felt like an earthquake. It felt like a tsunami, that intense, because they were just probably just outside, and the Lord brought everything down.
Impactante. Usted está viva de milagro. Sí, un milagro de Dios. Verdaderamente que es un milagro de Dios.
The reporter said it was a miracle. Then she said it was a miracle of God. So at least she sees that. At least she knows that the Lord did that. Okay, even the reporter, our people have a zeal of God, but not according to knowledge. Because even the reporter said that. Okay, so let's go into these things, because you might just say, "Whoo, she got lucky. Whoo, this is you better go buy a lotto, right?" But let's go into the scriptures. Let's go into the scriptures, This is Proverbs 20 and 24. Man's going are of the Lord. How can a man then understand his way? Okay, so just the fact that she got out of there, that she had a sensation, that was something. That was of the Lord. Deuteronomy 32 and 39. See now that I am He, and there is no God with me. I kill and I make alive. I wound and I heal. Neither is there any that can deliver out of my hand. So judgment of the Lord is going out to what? To the house of Israel first. And we've been seeing it. People have been getting judged. But our people will not repent. Okay? And I want to go to, this is the brother from the Dominican Republic. All right, brothers and sisters. I'm going to put this channel on the link. It's Israelitas, República Dominicana. Okay? And he was in his camp mentioning this, and I found the video. So, Tawada brother, I don't know your name, Tawada hermano, porque mencionaste este video, por eso lo estoy enseñándosela a la gente. So, we brought out this video because this brother mentioned it. I wasn't aware of it. So, that's the time we're in, brothers and sisters. That's the time we're in. The time of miracles, brothers and sisters. The time of the great coming of Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, and great miracles are about to be seen. The fact that this woman and her son, okay, just the fact that her and her son are alive. I mean, that's look at. Let me rewind this. Let me just rewind this, Ak. Look at that. Look at that. Okay, that's an act of God. Even insurance companies even say that, "Oh, we can't cover you." That was an act of God. Look that up. Look that up. Act of God. Because your regular insurance will not cover it. If a tree falls on your roof of maybe a piece of a plane part comes in, you go, "Oh, I got insurance. Well, I can get it covered." No, that's an act of God. You're not covered by that. which basically saying it's a natural event. Your insurance does not cover you for natural events that we don't proceed. Act of God. Look that up. Maybe we might do a lesson on that as well. But knowing that this is the times, brothers and sisters, that our salvation is closer than you believe, that the man's goings are of the Lord, that we are in the Lord's hand, and the king's heart is in his hand as well. So repent, brothers and sisters. I hope you guys get edified. I hope you understand that the time of the coming of the Mashiach, of Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, is close, and the judgment of the Lord is upon the house of Israel. Okay, we shouldn't be going to these clubs anyway. We shouldn't be going to concerts. Okay, this has been said to those that are in this truth. Okay, so let alone anybody, who is not of this truth. What about them? Okay, and the judgment of the Lord is upon them. Okay, you have to understand that you can't save that what the Lord already doesn't want to be saved. That's why you have to thank Yahweh B'Shem Yahushua that he gave you this wisdom and understanding. This wisdom and understanding is not for everybody. Didn't they ask the Lord, why do you speak to them in parables? In Matthew 23. And he said, it's not for them to know, but it's for you to know. Okay, because the kingdom of heaven is for you. Okay, so the Lord already made a separation of 2/3 of the nation of Israel and the 1/3, which is the elect of the nation of Israel. All right, brothers and sisters, I hope you got edified. Oh, you know what? I wanted to mention one more thing. Because this woman's name is Idis or Idis Peña. And, we have to be spiritual in these things. And you look up the word iris or Idis. And here's the definition. The iris is the colored part of the eye that surrounds the pupil. It regulates the amount of light. It regulates the amount of light that enters into the eye. Okay, so that's the name, iris. So who is the light? Who is the way? Who is the door? Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai. And you might say, come on, man, this is a coincidence. And then her last name is Peña, which means stone. Who is the stone? Who is the cornerstone of all this foundation but Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai? You might say, I'm reaching. Brother, you're extending yourself. We are spiritual people. We're in a spiritual warfare, and we have to have spiritual eyes to see. Okay, so know what you're invested in. Know what Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai is doing at these times. His judgment is upon the house of Israel.
Milagro. Sí, un milagro de Dios. Verdaderamente que es un milagro de Dios.
¿Me repite su nombre?
Iris Peña.
Muchísimas gracias. Escucharon ustedes la...
Idis Peña. So there you go, brothers and sisters. Call halal Yahweh B'Shem Yahushai, Barakatham, Rakah Kedash, and double honors to elders and GMS. We learned this truth. And he that have ears to hear and the eyes to see, Shalom.